I worked at a bank, and here's how I build credit from scratch. So I'm going to tell you through this credit report. Now, you may see some scores up there that are, of course, low. However, don't pay attention to any of that for right now, but I'm going to show you this particular report from one of my clients and show you that although this person has accounts on there, they're in the negative. So it doesn't matter if you've had accounts for 5 years, 10 years, or you've never had anything on your credit report. You're still a beginner if you've been doing it wrong. And so I'm going to teach you from this perspective of how I would build it from scratch. We're going to start with the revolving account section. The revolving account section is the most important section of the credit report because it controls the scores. So you have history, which is 35%. You have what's after history? It's the how long you've had something. It's the utilization as well. So you got utilization and you have history that speaks 35% in the revolving account section of the report. And so with this particular credit first that you see, it's a collection and a charge off. I'm gonna go down a little bit. There's a Capital One with a balance of 155. There's a Self 269 derogatory. There's a Kickoff derogatory. And right where installment accounts is, that lets you know that everything in the revolving account section of this report, there is nothing that's open, nothing that's revolving, nothing that's building the credit report. And again, you got 35% history and utilization that accounts for another 35% that controls the majority of the score in this section. So if I were to build from scratch, I'm getting in this revolving account section, I'm getting 4 to 10 open lines of credit. So even if you want to get a credit card, a secured card, put your own money onto it, anywhere from $200 to $1,000. That's the only amount that you want to go, between 200 and 1,000. Anything over 1,000 is really irrelevant, and you're going to use that in the form of, you can pay it all. You can use all of it, 200. Like, say for instance, you just get 200. You can use the whole thing and then completely pay it off, or you can just pay one thing a month, like some gas. If your gas is $50, $60, you can just use it to pay gas. Either way, if you definitely use all of it, the $200, max it out, then you're paying it off in 2 days. So it never stays on there as a balance. And you can do that a couple of times throughout the month to show that there is usage, but make sure you're paying it off. That's how you want to do it. So, one thing in particular I want to make sure that I point out, even if you're building with a secured card or a credit card, or secured or unsecured, where you put your own money or they give you the money, the credit limit, you want to make sure that you are never late. You see this charge off right here? You don't ever want that, because this can hurt your score up to 85 points. And I've seen where it hurt 120 points on some clients' reports. So you don't want to ever be late, because the very first, you can be on time for 10 years. The very first time that you are late, it can hurt it for up to 85 points. And only one time I've seen it at 120. So now you could get a Capital One, because Capital One is one of those type of accounts where they lend to people who don't have any credit or have very low credit scores. So if I'm building from scratch, I'm going to Capital One for sure, because Capital One is going to give you a $300 to $500 limit, and every 6 months they're going to do their own checks. But at the same time, every 90 days you can ask for a credit limit increase if you are very responsible with how you're using the card in that 90 days. If there's a balance on there, don't ask for a credit increase. Pay the balance off first, then ask for the credit increase. But if you're using it the way that I told you, you will get a credit increase every 90 days. You just got to request it on the app. Okay, the next one, self. I'm getting credit lender accounts, anywhere from 4 to 10 of them. I'll start with 4 in my very first 3 months, but after my first 90 days of trying to build from scratch, I'm going with more credit building accounts. So I'm going to show you how to access these in just a moment. And the next one, Kickoff. This is another credit building account you want to certainly access. All right, so we're done in the installment account section. So I'm building with secured or unsecured cards. I'm getting credit limits. Either I'm putting my own money on it, 200 to 1,000. If I max it out, I am paying it off in 2 to 3 days, so the balance does not stay on there. Or I'm going to use it for something like to pay my phone bill or get gas once a month. Either way, my usage will be my usage and it will be paid off in 2 to 3 days, secured or unsecured card. All right, I'm going to show you how to get credit building accounts if that's what you desire, because not everybody is going to get approved for a lot of things, like a Capital One or maybe a Discover or whoever you bank with, but you can build your credit with credit building accounts within the first 3 months and then go and apply for secured or unsecured cards. All right, so I'm going to take you to my ebook. You can download my free ebook, but either way, you can click on this link and it's going to take you to where you can access my credit building accounts. All right, so this one right here is a credit building accounts to help build credit, right? So you can click this link. Or you can get the Synchrony Bank cards, but if you go with the Synchrony Bank cards, only go with the ones with pre-qualifications. Do not just go for a hard pull and you don't know if you're going to get qualified or not. Go with the pre-qualification. That way you see what your chances are getting approved and you see what the limit. Most times they'll tell you what the limit is, like Walmart and Sam's. They'll tell you, oh, we're going to give you 2,500. Oh, we're going to give you 1,000. And so once you do the hard pull, then you definitely get that 1,000 or 2,500. So only do pre-qualifications from this link. So I'm going to open up the credit building account so you can see what those accounts are. Like I said, anywhere from 4 to 10. You can start with 3 in the first 3 months and continuously add, but don't do too much too soon, too fast. But before I go to the credit building account, I want to show you this credit score IQ. Now, my credit score IQ, as I showed you in my video, it's where you can get your disputes done for you. And only thing you have to do is print them and mail them. That's it. They do the disputes for you. Click of a button, print them and mail them. And there are videos on that I can send if you decide to sign up for that. Now, going back to the credit building accounts, because in this video, we're specifically talking about how to build from credit from scratch. All right, so Open Sky secured credit card. So this secured credit card, you are going to put your own money onto it. So bad credit or no credit, you're going to get automatically approved. You can start with just 200. Like I said, do not go over 1,000. It is not necessary to go over 1,000. All right, this is another security card. Another one. Another security card. Now, this one is a credit building account called Kovo. This one works excellent. $10 a month. Only $10 a month to build for you. Once you hit the apply now, click on the link. It will just, it does wonders. Kovo does wonders. Just $10 a month. And Credit Strong is another one. Now, this one will show up on your credit report saying Austin Capital. Do not think that you were duped if you don't see Credit Strong on your credit report. It shows up as Austin Capital. And anywhere from $15 to $25 a month, Credit Strong is amazing as well. Now, Surge, this one is a MasterCard. Now, the credit limit is 1,000. For this one, that's you kind of have to have a maybe 580 to 600 for this one. But if you don't know if you're gonna get approved, it says here you can see if you pre-qualify. So I'm gonna push for you to get a pre-qualification. Do not just go in with a hard pull. All right, so MasterCard here, Reflex, there's another pre-qualification there. So now this one here, well, this is a secure card, so you put your own money on it. You do not necessarily have to start with a secure card if you have exhausted the pre-qualification type cards that give you the credit limit where they give it to you. And those are going to be your unsecured. So all the unsecured cards, if you've exhausted them, then you can of course go to a secure card. All right, auto financing. This one just gives you 4 offers. This one is my least favorite. Of course, I've tried, I think it's about 15 different accounts, maybe 12 to 15 different accounts. And I've tried about 10 of them. I've looked at the My Auto Loan just to see how it works because I want to test out everything before I've used these. So we're talking about 15 years ago, probably longer, that I've tried these accounts. And now I just have them in one set link for people to just go to. So the My Auto Loan thing, that the way this one works, it just give you 4 loan offers, and whatever those banks are, you go with them. So um, if you got bad credit, then this one would be something that you can go to get a possible auto loan. All right, now Self is excellent as well. $25 a month for this one. It will work if you work it. Now, these are going to be automatic payments. So if you know that you have cards that switch up and I don't have nothing in my account, that it's going to mess up your credit score. You just got to make sure you're consistent with that payment. Keep it in the account because it drafts automatically. But these work excellent as well. This is another MasterCard. Now, this one does not say pre-qualify. So I'm not going with anything that does not say pre-qualification. Kickoff is another excellent one. So if you go with the one that's $5 a month, I want to say it only hits the Experian credit report. It only hits one of them, and I believe it's the Experian. However, you want to go with the option where I want to say it's $25 a month. I haven't done this in so long, so I forget, excuse me, the exact amounts. But you want to go with the one that hits all 3 of the bureaus. And I want to say that one is the um $25 a month. Now there's a credit builder loan. Now I did that as well. So you get the kickoff account and then you get the credit builder loan. Now the credit builder loan will go in your installment section of your account, but they just build excellent. I love kickoff. Now Rock the Score, this is where you get the apartment. If you've been on time for a minimum 2 years, then you can get, I want to say it's anywhere from 40 to maybe 45 points put on the credit report, and this one reports to all 3 of the bureaus. So it's a $48 one-time setup. Historic just means if you want to go back 2 years. So you pay the $65 for that, and the pricing is $6.95 a month to keep that continuously reporting to the bureau. So this one's excellent as well. All right, so that is all for this video. I thank you for watching. And make sure you check out this next video that is popping up on the screen because you want to continue in your financial education and be very successful. See you in my next video.